Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Katrina and I make videos about spirituality, health, wellness, stuff like that. Today I wanted to do kind of just like a video that's going to cover everything within wanting to live a good life and wanting to succeed and have a fulfilling life. So, I'm going to go over what I believe are the pillars to having a good life. And yeah, let's get into it. So, the first thing that I feel like is the overarching theme of everything in this life, in my opinion, that sets the tone for every other thing that you do in life, is your level of consciousness. And consciousness, if you haven't done much reading on like spiritual topics and like meditation and stuff like that, like it's kind of what's the word? It's like it's hard to define for maybe like the everyday person. And what I basically would define it as is your level of perception. So, for people who meditate and all that kind of stuff, you know, like after you sit down and meditate for 10, 20 minutes, an hour, whatever, that when you get up, your perception is different. Like things look clearer, more crisp, your mind is clearer. And your level of consciousness is really coming from how clear your mind is and how free from illusion that your mind is. And it takes time to clear all that stuff. So, but yeah, consciousness is, because it's your perception of things, it's like life is literally just moments upon years of like an experience that you're having, and the experience that you're having is shaped by your consciousness and your perception. So yeah, I would say that's the number one pillar. And it's basically like disengaging from your mind, realizing that you're not your mind, you're not your thoughts. And a really good book for being present and realizing that that's very important is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. So if you guys haven't read that, I would highly recommend that book. And if we want to have a good life, how do we reach a higher level of consciousness? How do we clear our perception of things? And first off, I feel like it's a matter of cleaning up a lot of things. You don't want to be eating unhealthy. Food definitely affects your perception of things, because let's say you eat like McDonald's every day for like a month, your body is going to be heavy, it's not going to be functioning optimally. That's going to affect your brain. That's going to affect your attitude and your perception of things. And you're not going to feel very good, and you're going to become stressed, and it's just going to snowball effect. So definitely you want to make sure that you're eating healthy, because it's like you'll notice that all these pillars, all these steps to have a good life, they all are kind of interdependent on each other and they all mix. So yeah, you want to get rid of that. You want to get rid of watching toxic like TV, movies, media, especially social media, because I don't think we realize how much that's shaped our perception of things, and kind of people, they're basically buying our attention. It's like we sit there for hours and hours scrolling mindlessly on something. It's like that's not contributing to you having a good life. That's contributing to someone making more money and someone capitalizing for your attention and being able to convince you that you need X, Y, or Z and you're not good enough and blah blah blah. So yeah, cut out all the toxic media shit. Third, with raising your consciousness, you definitely want to have a habit of meditating, like a practice of that, because that definitely helps. Because once again, consciousness also okay, like everything is consciousness, but consciousness in relation to like your personal perception, you need to be able to kind of wake up from the illusion that your whole life is all these thoughts going through your head and all these stories that you're telling yourself about your life. And so a good way to do that is meditating, because you're able to become aware of the thoughts that you're having and see that you can observe the thoughts without engaging in the thoughts. Hopefully that makes sense. Once again, if anyone has any questions about any of this stuff, just comment below and I will answer all questions, because I know I'm not amazing at communicating or not like perfect at this, but I do my best. Yeah, so I feel like that wraps up number 1 about raising your consciousness, raising your level of consciousness. And the second thing I would say is your overall health and wellness. And this is pretty simple, you know, it's like eat more fruits and vegetables first off, because I think we can all agree, even the people who, you know, are like the carnivore diet or shit like that, I think everyone can agree that like at least some of the fruits and vegetables are healthy for you, and like they literally grow from the earth, and we're on the earth, and we're like, it's like everything in the universe is tied together, so why would it not be healthy to eat something that's literally growing from the earth for us? I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, eat more fruits and vegetables. Be active, you know, do something that you like doing. If you don't like doing it, don't do it. But literally, you're gonna have to be active in some sort of way, even if it's just like stretching. Stretching is definitely important. Stretching, walking, you know, whatever. Get outside, get sunshine. Don't fucking wear sunscreen all the time, because you need vitamin D for lots of functions in your body, so try to do that. Yeah, and try not to fall into like the fitness trap, like the fit culture, gym culture, whatever, because I've been like in that kind of thing, and it's like I just feel like it's toxic, because it's built on like insecurity and like I need to do X, Y, and Z so I can have the perfect physique, and then I can get all the girls, all the guys, whatever. It's very like surface level and vain, honestly. And I'm not saying don't lift weights, you know, if you like doing that, do it. Just try to like not get caught in the trap of like, you know, it's just like a cycle. It's like, oh, I gotta bulk, oh, I gotta cut, I gotta like do all this. And I feel like it reminds me of when I used to have like an eating disorder kind of thing. It's like a control thing. Like you feel more in control of your life because you're going to the gym 5 days a week, counting all your macros, whatever. Which I get. I'm not saying that. I'm not demonizing this. I'm just saying that's a trap that I've fallen into, and if you can just have balance and just, you know, be active but not let your mind and your ego become attached to it, that's the best way to do it, obviously. And I feel like there's a lot of opposing stuff on the internet about the type of diet that's the healthiest diet and whatever, and I feel like this is mainly because we've lost touch with literally just being able to listen to our own body and to be intuitive and be like, you know, if I eat this, I don't feel good, so I'm gonna stop eating this. If I eat this, I feel great, I'm gonna keep eating more of this, and literally just testing out certain things and kind of tailoring your diet for your own needs. Yeah. So that's definitely important, because once again, your mind's gonna want to get caught up on, oh, what's the perfect diet, what's this and that. And I was very strict vegan for like 5 or 6 years, and I still think, for me at least, being vegan is probably where I feel like the highest vibe and the best and the most energy, just because I don't digest meat very well. Yeah, I don't know, fruit is just amazing. Like, it's literally like the perfect food, just like encapsulated for us to eat. um, it blows my mind when I'm just like eating a mango that this is just like provided for us. But that's just that's just God for you. So yes, health, wellness, that's the second pillar. I believe the third pillar would be relationships and connections with others and community, like that whole category. Because I don't care how much money you make, how successful you are, you're just, if you don't at least have a few good relationships in your life, healthy relationships, you're probably gonna feel like shit. Even if you're like introverted, because it's like we're not made to be disconnected. We're made to be connected to each other and to be, I mean, we're a reflection of the universe. The universe is completely interconnected. And I feel like that's why we have that loving drive within us to connect to others, because we're meant to all be interconnected, just like as a reflection of what we see in the outside world. Yeah, and of course, you don't want it to just be like any connections, any community, because I feel like this is where I see a lot of people struggle, is that the relationships that they have are just not healthy, and they're stuck with like family that demotivates them, doesn't believe in them, claims that they love the person, doesn't actually show any real love towards them. They see it as just controlling them, and like it's like a needy love, like you have to give me this, otherwise I'm gonna be unhappy with you, and that's not real love. Real love is unconditional, but that's a whole nother topic. Yeah, and it's definitely hard to find people who are very positive and very just supportive of you and actually loving, but I feel like it's worth waiting for those kind of people, and worth just like guarding your energy against things that are not like that. Yeah, so number 3, you definitely want to build some kind of community around yourself, get involved in something that you like doing. If you're gonna be dating someone, just, I mean, it's easy to say like, yeah, don't have a toxic relationship, whatever, but sometimes you do have to go through that to see it for what it is, see how damaging it is to you, and to get out of that. So hopefully no one watching this is in a horrible relationship right now, or something that they don't even realize is horrible and they're gonna realize later on. That kind of leads into the next pillar though. So that was the third one. The fourth one I think would be self-love. And this is what's going to get you out of those shitty situations, shitty toxic relationships, is loving yourself enough to know what you're worth, and know what you deserve, and know how you deserve to be treated, and to have faith and hope that there's people out there who will give you these things. Yeah, and it's self-love just is literally everything. It sets the stage for how you're gonna eat, how you're gonna take care of your body, your hygiene, just like basic stuff that over time is gonna affect you. Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty self-explanatory point. I feel like what helped me, and when I feel like I woke up to like self-love, or like really loving myself, was I was in a relationship at the time, and you have to kind of visualize someone that you love like really deeply, and then visualize or imagine you giving yourself that same kind of love. And most of us don't do that, and we all should, because we deserve it. Yeah, and I just remember that moment. It was super powerful, and I'm sure I was like bawling, and I was like, shit, I have not been giving myself the same love that I'm giving to these other people. Yeah, so let's let's see. So we had the first pillar was your level of consciousness. The second one was your overall health and wellness. Number 3 was community and connections with other people. Number 4 was self-love or connection to yourself. And I would say the last one would be finding a purpose in life, finding something that is going to drive you and make you want to get up and do something with your day other than going to work and like punching into the clock at your job that probably like doesn't appreciate you at all. And this one's really hard. Like this one is like an ongoing thing for me because it's like I like doing so many different things that it's hard for me to like focus on one thing. But I find as you like raise your level of consciousness, as you do shadow work and clear things from your past, clear like patterns that you have that are damaging to you, and just basically clear your mind, like things just show up and you're like, it just resonates with you, and it like, if it makes your heart feel like full, if it makes you feel just like love, like this sounds so corny, but if it just makes you feel love and like excited and joyful within yourself, like that's a clear indicator that it's definitely part of your purpose. Yeah, and it's hard because I feel like a lot of us have a lot of programming of being unworthy and feeling like we're not good enough to do certain things, and that takes a long time to break through that. And I can't even tell you exactly how that I'm doing it or that I did it in the past. Like it just takes time. It takes you getting in touch with your emotions, really, because I feel like a lot of people aren't in touch with their emotions, or like even the feeling of love, even the feeling of connection, like they're so separated from like their soul, because of like trauma or just being in survival mode, stress, all this stuff. So yeah, getting in touch with your emotions is very important as well. Once again, I feel like that kind of falls into the perception and consciousness thing that I was talking about in the beginning. Yeah, I think that wraps it up. I definitely want to go like in depth to these different subjects and like cover it more fully, because this is definitely more like just an overview of the things that I feel like are important. If you have anything to add to this list, comment below, or yeah, any questions, any comments. Yeah. Well, I hope all of you have a fantastic day, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video or you got something out of it. Yeah. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.